friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Data Activator. In this series of Python 3 tutorials, today we are going to discuss while loop. So let's start it. I have created a file while loop.py and I have written down some notes, and also I will try out some code. So it will be like a note for you, and you can download this file from my video description. So let's go to full screen mode. In the previous video we have discussed for loop, and the for loop or while loop, it implements the repeated execution of code. So if you want to repeat a code again and again, we put that code inside a loop, and that loop can be implemented using for or while. In the previous video we have discussed for. Today we are going to discuss while loop. So the syntax for while loop is something like this, where you will give the keyword while, and here we'll give a condition. That condition should return true. We can apply a boolean, or we can try a logical operation which should return true. If till the time that condition is true, we are going to perform our repetition of code. But we are you already having for loop, then why we need while loop to have to implement this repetition of code? The only difference here is, in for loop we know the number of steps it is going to execute. Like in my previous video, we have a list Dhoni underscore score, and here we already know how many times, like what is the length of this list. So we are iterating through that list. So we are already knowing this for loop is going to run till this list is there, till the length of the list. So when we know already what is the time of execution, till how many times that execution should happen, we apply for loop. If you don't know how many times our code should repeat, then it's better to use while loop, and we'll understand this with this program. Run the program until user don't give correct captain name. I'm going to write a program where the user should input the captain name, and actually it is cricket captain name. So until and unless the user gives the correct name, I'm not going to print the output. So let's discuss it. So I will create a variable captain with an empty string, and now I will put it in a condition while captain not equals to Virat. If he gives Virat as the captain name, then our code should execute. Otherwise it should keep asking who is the captain of Indian team. So I'm taking the input in captain variable, and message should be who is the captain of Indian team. This is the question. It should keep repeating until and unless the user gives the correct name. Suppose if he gives Dhoni, again it should ask who is the captain of Indian team. If he gives Smith or Rohit, again it should ask who is the captain of Indian team. If he gives Virat, then our code should execute. So this condition is keep on going until and till the time this condition is true. Okay. Now if he gives that Virat as the input, now I'm going to print okay, yes, the captain of India is, and we'll concatenate it with the captain. Okay, now let's run it, and we'll see we got a question who is the captain of Indian team. And if I give Dhoni, again it is asking me who is the captain of Indian team. So here we can see we don't know till how many times our code should repeat, so we have implemented it using while loop. So that is the beauty of while instead of for. If we don't know how many times our code should repeat, we use it in a while. And also this will be used in your machine learning thing when we want to read the video file. So till the video file is not going to in, we are reading it. So there will be some condition while true, read the frame of the video. So that will be discussed when we will start machine learning. Right now, while captain not equals to Virat, I have entered Dhoni. Dhoni not equals to Virat. True, Dhoni is not equals to Virat. So again it has asked who is the captain of Indian team. and if I just give Rohit, again the condition is true because Rohit is not equals to true, and this logical operation is giving as true. So input who is captain of it, again asking. If I give Smith, again it will say who is the captain of India. So this code is repeatedly working until and unless I give the correct name. Suppose this time I give Virat as my input. What will happen? I am giving the Virat and it will be stored in the variable captain. Now it will check Virat not equals to Virat. It will become false because Virat is equals to Virat. So as soon as it become false, the loop will get over and will print out yes, the captain of India is Virat. If I click enter, you can see we got the output as yes, the captain of India is Virat. If I run it again, and this time I give A, B, de Villiers, again it will ask who is the captain, Sachin, and as soon as I give the correct name, it will yes, the captain of India is Virat. Okay, also this I want to tell you that this print statement where we have used this plus operator as the concatenation, if you have watched my string video, you could have known it's better to use the string formatting operation to concatenate two string. So print yes, the captain of India, and we have applied a placeholder dot format. So you must know this dot formatting method, and from Python 3.6, as you know, I prefer this type of print statement, or for using string formatting, that place F before the beginning and include all of that part. And as you can see, the variable is inside my placeholder. Also I can apply a method here, captain dot upper. So what it will do, whatever the correct output, it is going to print in upper format. So if I just give Virat, what it will do, as you can see, all of the three have given the same answer. Yes, the captain of India is Virat, but the last you can see the answer has come as a Virat, all in caps form. So that is the beauty of using this third form of string formatting. So if you haven't watched my string method, please watch that video. And now we'll see break and continue example in while loop. In my previous video, we have discussed what is the importance of break and continue in for loop. Same thing we are going to apply in while loop. So I will have a variable I equals to 0 and slashed with 0, and I will put the condition as till the variable is less than 5. So from 0 till 5, and I am going to print it I. If I just run this program, this is going to be an infinite loop. What does that mean? That this condition is never going to be false, because I is 0 and it will check 0 is less than 5, it is true, it will print. Again it will check 0 less than 5, yes. So if I just run it, okay, let me just put out in comment, and now if I run it, as you can see, continuously this 0 will be keep on printing, because this while condition is never going to be false. As you can see, our program has come into an infinite loop, so we have to interrupt it. I have closed it. So this condition should be false. When it will be false, when we just increase the value of I more than 5. So for that we have to increment it explicitly, I plus equals to 1. So what will happen, it will print 0, and then I will be incremented as 1. So I will become 1 now. It will check 1 less than 5, yes, true, again 1 will be printed. Similarly it will keep going on till the time 4 is printed. Now I will incremented as 4 plus 1 5. Now if we check the condition, 5 is less than 5, it will become false and will come out of the loop. So if I run it, now you will see 0 1 2 3 4, and this is now an finite loop. So always remember, before starting our while loop, our variable should be initialized, and the initialized variable should be incremented or decremented as per the requirement. So we have to initialize before starting, and we should increment or decrement as per our requirement. Now let's see the break keyword here. So what we can do, I want to break when the I value becomes 3. So if I becomes 3, what I am going to do, I want to come out of the loop. So if we want to come out of the loop, we use break keyword, and what it will print 0 1 2 and 3, and as soon as it will check 3 is equals to 3, we will come out of the loop. If I run it, you can see 0 1 2 3 and 4 and 5 has not been printed, because as soon as the I became 3, we have break out it. So this was about break, and similarly we can try out continue statement also. Also, before ending this video, let me describe this else block. So Python has if and else block, you have watched in my previous video. This else block can be used with for and while loop also. That is the beauty of Python 3. So as soon as this while block gets executed, we can have our else block also. So let me just take out this complete part, Control C, Control V. Now as soon as this else while block gets over, we can have our else block also. We are already knowing if and else block, but else block can be used with for loop and while loop also. I am explaining it with while loop. We can try it on for loop also. So here just I am giving an print statement after while loop. And if I give a print statement here, and suppose I am giving my name data activator. So what will be the flow of the program? First this while block will get executed, and then the else block, and after that this print statement. But in our program we have our break statement. So what will happen, as soon as this I becomes 3, this is going to break the loop. But right now else is also inside our while loop. So if we run this program, 0 1 2 3 will be printed, and after that this data activator will be printed, not this else block. So if I run it, you will see 0 1 2 3 has been printed, and then the data activator. If I just remove this break functionality from there, what it will happen, first this while loop will executed 0 1 2 3 and 4. As soon as this while block gets over, this else block will start. So if we have the break, it is going to be out of else block also. If we don't have break, first this while loop will execute and then the else block. So suppose if you have a scenario where after the while loop you want to run some of the code, you can put that code inside your else block. So if I run it, you will see 0 1 2 3 4 has been printed, and then the else block started. And here suppose if we have a different scenario, we could have implemented different codes here, and here I am just printing after while loop and then this print data activator. So this was about using else block in loop. We can use it with a for loop also, and we can use it with while loop also. So that was about today's video. We discussed while loop and we wrote a simple program like to give an user input till the time he gives the correct information, and also what is the usage of break and continue with while, and at last we discussed else block. So that's enough for today's video. In the next video we will discuss function, and that will be very interesting topic for Python. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to it, and if you like the video, please like it. Thank you for watching.